Good morning and welcome to the C-Suite at the Open series. I'm Monica Ham, Client Success Specialist here in Vancouver. Today I have with me Ken MacLeod, President and CEO of Sonoro Gold. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Monica. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Great, it's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Just to get started, what are three of the things that you would like to highlight about Sonoro Gold?
The three things that I would like to highlight are the three P's. The first one being the people behind the company. And that's the most important of them all. The second one being the projects in the company. And I think we can satisfy shareholder interest in that regard. The third one is, does the company and the project have the ability to go into production and thereby yielding a good return for the shareholders? And we believe that we can deliver that with our current project, the Cerro Caliche project, which is located in Sonora State in northwestern Mexico. And this project was acquired by us in 2018 and was the site of drilling during 2018, 2019, and then culminating in a 43-101 technical report that was produced by Robert Sim, geologist, in July of 2019. And that report demonstrated an inferred resource of 200,000 ounces of gold equivalent, the vast majority being gold. So from that point onward, the next focus for us was to take the initial 200,000 resource and add to it as much as possible. And in September of 2020, we secured an $8 million financing, which enabled us to continue with the drilling program. And since that time, we have drilled an additional 13,000 meters of drilling. And the assays are now being processed to enable us to produce another 43-101 update in the summer of 2021. Now, the other aspect would be the potential for going to production. We believe one of the goals for the company was in our business plan was to take the project through to production as early as possible to enable us to continue with the drilling program and keep adding to the potential for the mineralization on the project site, and thereby reduce the impact on shareholder dilution. So we have accomplished all of the above, and we're quite satisfied that as we move forward over the coming months with the PEA and the 43-101 update and the metallurgical testing, that we will be able to have a positive result and go into construction in the latter part of this year.
What does being listed on the TSX Venture mean to your company and your stakeholders?
Listed on the TSX Venture provides a tremendous amount of comfort for potential stakeholders and shareholders in the company. It gives a lot of credibility worldwide. So whenever I deal with potential mining people around the world, the first point of contact for any of them would be the TSX Venture Exchange. I know that the Australians would like to think that they're good competitors to TSX, but the Venture Exchange in Canada is by far the leading jurisdiction by which you can list a company and be able to raise capital. And the regulatory environment is such that it is a very regulated exchange, which ensures that a very high degree of comfort for potential shareholders and potential investors and bankers to come to the TSX Venture Exchange, and that helps us as well.
That is so good to hear. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
What are some of the near-term catalysts we should be watching for going forward?
Well, there are several. One being, of course, we have engaged a laboratory in Reno, Nevada called MacLeod Laboratories to do the metallurgical testing on our material from Cerro Caliche. And we sent 5.5 tons of material from 5 different zones within the project, and that is now being processed. And they started processing the material in early December, and we anticipate that completion of the metallurgical testing will be probably in the month of June or July of this year. Along with that, we have engaged Micon Engineering out of, or Micon International out of Toronto to do the resource evaluation. That'll be an updated 43101. And the drilling to the end of February will be incorporated into that new 43101. And so I would estimate that there'll be approximately 20,000 meters of additional drilling that will be added to the 43101 based upon the last quarter of 2020 and the first 2 months of 2021. And finally, Denim Engineering out of Toronto will also be will be conducting the PEA based upon, of course, the results of the metallurgical testing and the 43101 resource report. And all three are working in conjunction with each other, and we estimate that by June, July, that all three elements will be completed. And that will be the catalyst for a major undertaking for Sonoro to transition from an exploration company towards production within the next 12 months. And assuming that we are able to secure the project financing at that time, that would be the aspirational goal, is to be in production by the end of 2021, early 2022.
Wow, lots going on and lots to watch for sure. And just to sum up, how would you describe your investment proposition?
Well, at this stage in time, we are assessed in the market as an exploration company, and until such time as we have issued the news from the PEA, the 43101 report, the metallurgical testing, we will probably remain under the radar screen for some time to come. Now, once the data has been processed, and we anticipate a very, very favorable result for the PEA, then I believe that we will make the transition to being a potential target for institutional investment and a wider audience as well worldwide. And currently, we are attracting a good audience in various parts of the world, the US and Europe, and of course throughout Canada. But eventually, when the PEA is completed, we anticipate that there will be much greater investor interest at that time.
Nice, good to hear. And before we go, can you remind us of your website and your ticker symbol?
Yeah, so ticker symbol is on the TSX Venture Exchange, SGO, and on the OTC QB, the ticker symbol is SMOFF. And the website is sonorogold.com, SONORO gold.com.
Good. Thank you for being with us today, Ken, and wishing you all the best. We'll certainly be watching to see what Sonoro Gold does this year.
Thank you very much, Monica. It's a pleasure talking to you.